Hey, Colorado Springs, I'm Craig Terrassa, a licensed real estate agent and the team lead for the A-Team agents at Pink Realty. And this is
Jessica Halling, and I'm his assistant and agent in training. Today we're going to talk about the property criteria for our rent-to-own program. That's basically when you go out to look for a house, what you have to be looking for in those properties that just won't apply.
Yeah, won't apply, or things they want you to have in there. They basically want you to have a nice home in a strong neighborhood.
Exactly.
You know, we don't want to fix her upper and things like that. So we're going to kind of go over that. This is kind of the short list. You know, we kind of squash it down, and we got our little cheat sheets out today because there's a lot to it. And it sounds daunting, but really it's really just the oddball stuff.
Right.
So like,
they're just trying to protect you from yourself, basically.
Yeah. So like, they don't want you to buy a fixer up. A lot of people use this program are first time buyers, and they don't want you to buy something that's like the old show money pit. They don't want you to buy one of those.
Right.
So first things, it's got to be in an approved, an HPA approved community.
Right.
So that's the first thing. What else?
The neighborhood the HOA that the house is located in has to also let leasing.
Yeah, so if there are some HOAs that actually prohibit leasing, and so that would not be a qualified community right there. Also, they want you to be close to centers of activity, so like shops and businesses. They don't want to be like in commercial district, but they want you to be close where you're not way out in the boons and you can't get to stuff. So
they don't want you to be in any flood areas or near railroad track or near the airport.
Yeah, they don't want you in a flight path. They want you to have a nice home. Another thing is dirt driveways. Are no-go. And they want you to be by paved roads. So if you're kind of in town anywhere, most properties in Colorado Springs, they qualify. This list sounds like a lot of stuff, but we're kind of doing like the oddball stuff that they don't do. Also, one I ran into the other day, I was actually out showing a house, and I didn't realize from the pictures, but there was they'd converted the garage to like a living room, to another living room, and that actually disqualifies now because they don't do converted garages. So something to keep in mind.
And the property can't have a pool either, whether that be below ground, above ground.
Yeah, which in the Springs, we don't have a lot of pools here. It's not California and stuff. And again, so they do allow it in other states, just not here in the Springs. So this is kind of like I said, we did this list specifically to us. But also, you can actually buy a new build with this program.
Right.
There are a couple things though. It's got to be the community itself has to be 50% or more built out.
Right.
And then also the home has to be 100% done. Now they say 100%. They mean by closing. So if it's like just getting the finishing touches, everything's in, they're doing touch up and a couple of fix up things, then you're going to be okay. And then also for new builds, you need to have AC, but you don't need to have AC necessarily here in the Springs for your regular property, pre-sold property. Yeah.
No solar panels either.
Yeah. Solar panels is a no-go. I actually had one, it was probably a couple of years ago, and we went and looked at it and said, hey, can we do this? And they said, nope, not unless they completely remove the solar panel. So most of the time we just end up not even going looking at it because they won't ever do it. And the seller doesn't want to pull it out and things like that. So it's kind of a pain.
Yeah. And the house can't have any of those in-law suites or the guest houses or anything like that.
Yeah. No secondary houses and things like that. It's kind of a bummer, but that's the way it is. And also no condos.
Yeah.
So they do some townhomes, but they won't do condos.
Right.
Condos are, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's a legal structure, but they will not do condos at all.
Right.
So also for you big family folks, 6 bedrooms or less. So if you got 7 or more, they're not going to qualify for the program. Yep. So what else?
Propane. It can't be propane.
Yeah. So like if you're, again, kind of out in the sticks and you've got the tank and whatever, it's got to be on, it's got to be piped in basically is what they're talking about. Also, they don't, again, a lot of these are trying to help you out. They want you to have a nice, beautiful house when you choose to exercise that right to purchase. So like they don't want like 100-year-old homes or even something that's like 30 years old and it's original. It's all, grandma took really good of the house. It's all original. They want it to be updated in a nice, pretty beautiful house for you to move into. So anything else?
That's my list.
Yeah, I'm just kind of checking mine. So, commercial buildings obviously are out. Modular homes, pre-manufactured, those are actually a no-go as well.
Right.
Trailers definitely out on that one. And like I said, I'll kind of reiterate. This sounds like we're like, well, you can't do this, you can't do that.
Right.
But most of the houses in the Springs, they qualify. So it's not very much. This is just, we wanted to cover the oddball stuff, the things that don't work or that don't qualify. And so that's why we kind of want to let you know. But if you're interested in the program, you can call Jesse here or myself. We'll put our information on the screen, and we would love to help you get started on the path to home ownership. Have a great day, Colorado Springs.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.